Salutations, my fellow plant-based eaters. This is Net here, also known as the Plant-Based Diva, coming to you today with a quick nutritional fact. Real chicken, real beef, real fish versus plant-based meats, okay? So I was on TikTok and I saw this young lady who was saying, she was in a grocery store and saying, why wouldn't you get real chicken versus this made-up plant-based meat? And she looked at the chicken packages and she was showing how in ingredients, see, chicken, that's it. But she failed to show you the actual nutrition facts. So I was going to do a duet, compare my video with hers, but I said, nah, forget that, I'm going to do my own. So I went ahead and looked up chicken, this real chicken poultry versus plant-based chicken. I looked this up on Google. This is per 1 cup. Calories, 335. Total fat, 19g, 5 of which is saturated. But according to my little list here, maximum of 13g of saturated fat per day is good. So you got to watch that. Then you have your cholesterol. And I don't know why I got this pen. I'm not advertising Candlewood. You got your cholesterol of 123 milligrams. You got sodium of 115. This is real chicken. Potassium, 312. And people just like, oh, it has no carbs in it, that's why they eat it, but they forget to look at this other stuff. It has no sugar. It has protein of 38g. Okay, so here I have my Gardein plant-based chicken fillets. And this has 280 calories, which is less. It has 12g of total fat, but only 1 is saturated, and then 0 trans, so the rest must be mono and unsaturated fat, which is good fats. They just don't list that. I don't know why. No cholesterol versus all this cholesterol in poultry. Sodium is 810, but according to my list here, you can get up to 2300 in sodium a day and you'll be good. And that's the low end. Excuse my voice, I get like this. And then carbs is 21g, less than 1g of sugar, and it still has protein, 23g. It's made with wheat. It has some pea and it has some soy. So that's what it's made up of, and all this other stuff. She was talking about all this other stuff, but this other stuff is not bad stuff. So I'm not going to even read it all. But it's not bad stuff. But she was just comparing how chicken only has just chicken, okay? But look at the other nutrition facts, which is not very good, okay? And then I compared beef. If I go back. Just on Google, beef nutrition value. Okay, so with beef, ground beef, 85% lean for 1 serving, 3 ounce, calories 213, saturated fat 5. It has trans fat of 0.9. It has 77 cholesterol, 61 sodium, 270 mg. So they forget that all this other stuff is still in your meat. Okay. So compare that to Impossible Burger, which will give you 14g of fat, which only 8g is saturated. No trans. This has some trans, which is not good for you. But again, saturated fat, you can have up to 13. So still watch your saturated fat, but this is within the limits. No cholesterol, 77 cholesterol. Sodium, 370. Sodium is 61. But again, sodium 2300 on the low end. Just look it up online. Is pretty standard. And then it still has protein, 19g, and it's made of soy. Okay. Then another beef product I have is Beyond Beef. You got calories, which is 230 compared to beef, a little higher, but still that's not bad. 14g of total fat, but only 5 is saturated, and zero trans fat compared to regular beef. Cholesterol 0. I watch my cholesterol. This has 77. Sodium is within the limits. It's 390. Sounds high, but it's within the limits of 2300. And it has protein of 20G. And I think this is made with pea protein. So guys, and then I even looked up fish. I looked up fish, salmon in particular, because salmon is supposedly healthy for you, which I still eat salmon sometimes, but you got to watch it because it says per 0.5 nutrition facts. Come on. It has 412 calories. It has 6 saturated fat. It has a lot of cholesterol, which is not good for people with high cholesterol. It has sodium. Still, it has a lot of potassium, and a lot of people can't take potassium a lot. They can't have overage because it's hard to break down in your kidneys. And it has protein. This is real fish. So even with real meat, you still have to watch it because of these nutrition facts. Don't just say, oh, it's real fish. Look what real fish has inside of it. Like I said, I might treat myself to salmon once in a blue moon because it does have good fats in it. The 27G includes the mono and poly, which is good fats. They just don't list it. I don't know why. So that's why people eat fish. But be careful of cholesterol. Be careful of potassium. So guys, there you have it.